For decades, research stations around the world have studied nature without always investing in engaging the public on their discoveries. Deep in the heart of Costa Rica's tropical rainforest, one of the most biodiverse on Earth, lies a place that was no exception, La Selva Biological Research Station.
When we first started, very admittedly, OTS was an island in the forest that was largely used by North Americans. Starting probably in the early 1980s, there was a concerted effort to really employ local people to make the station welcoming to researchers from all over the world.
Nestled in one of the world's most biodiverse rainforests, La Selva is one of the 4 research stations operated by the Organization for Tropical Studies, or OTS, also known as OET.
We really welcome school groups of all ages. We have been very involved with training young people from the community to act as naturalist guides. And then if they're certified by us as a graduate of one of our programs, they are in very high demand for guiding jobs.
Its exceptional biodiversity and increasing accessibility over the years have also made it a popular site for ecotourism. But hold on. Using the word ecotourism is a concept that La Selva doesn't necessarily want to be associated with.
We would prefer you didn't think of it as ecotourism, because bringing people in who are not in a formal education program, who are not researchers, is also education.
While you may not know it, the work done at La Selva could already be having an impact in your own life, no matter where you live. Scientists here study how plants and animals depend on each other, how forests store carbon, and how climate change affects everything from insects to trees. One of the most remarkable recent discoveries at La Selva is selvamycin, a novel antibiotic compound found in bacteria associated with rainforest ants. This compound has shown strong potential in treating fungal infections in humans. It's a clear example of how research conducted in tropical ecosystems, often far from public view, can lead to breakthroughs with global health implications. La Selva's rainforest extends over 1,600 hectares, and in fact, you may have seen it in large-scale media productions such as Suicide Squad, National Geographic, and BBC documentaries. Today, La Selva hosts approximately 300 scientists and 100 universities a year, among them the University of Nevada, Reno.
The rich history that La Selva has of research is something that I can't find anywhere else. And in fact, if you are interested in tropical ecology, there are really only 2 stations that dominate the literature. And La Selva is one of them. And one of the things we're doing is doing these experiments where we look at the chemistry of piper plants and whether or not variation in that chemistry is determined by genetics or by environment. And we also have a highly trained field technician who can do experiments that we need to do.
One of the field technicians, and now a close friend of Dr. Dyer, is Humberto Garcia, also known as Beto. He is a self-taught source of scientific insight shaped by a deep love for nature. This has earned him recognition in scientific papers.
Tenemos una base de datos con alrededor de 40,000 especímenes que hemos ido colectando. Cuando llegaban los investigadores decía, es que yo estoy estudiando abejas y necesito, y él no sabía qué necesitaba. Entonces uno tenía que ayudarle a inventar y crear algo con madera o con hierro, con lo que fuera, para que el investigador se le hiciera más fácil el trabajo con lo que estaba estudiando. Nosotros teníamos un dicho, decíamos que haga un MacGyver. No sé si recuerda la serie MacGyver, que inventaba cualquier cosa.
Beto stands as a bridge between 2 worlds. The work he has done with Dr. Dyer has helped lead to many new discoveries. When Dyer first came here, he said that not many of the caterpillars were known. A research group Dyer led at La Selva has found a rapid decline in insect populations over the decades. Climate change and habitat loss are contributing factors.
If we lose them, for me it's like, burning down libraries full of poetry books that nobody's ever read. because we haven't even discovered them yet and we're going to lose them.
The work being done at La Selva is becoming increasingly relevant in the face of a changing climate. Beto, who has worked at La Selva for 35 years, has witnessed its changes and its growth.
Aquí yo llegué a principios de 1991. Siempre he vivido en la zona, pero no conocía la selva, porque muchas personas tienen toda la vida de vivir acá, pero no vienen. Ahora hay un programa cada año donde dan un día abierto.
During the Feria Ambiental, or La Selva Day, entrance is free to locals. And guides take people on nature walks, teaching them about the biodiversity found in the rainforest. There are also presentations and exhibitions of the work being done here.
Para mí es una satisfacción muy grande el haber pasado más de la mitad de mi vida, porque ya son 34 años y esta es mi segunda casa.
Many people in the area proudly dedicate their lives to La Selva. One of them, if you ask anyone there, including Beto and Dr. Dyer, is Don Isaías. Don Isaías Alvarado Diaz, who passed away in 2024, was an undeniable advocate for conservation and someone who dedicated his life to protecting Costa Rica's natural heritage. His son, Adolfo Alvarado, better known as Fofo, is one of the many individuals in the area that continues his work.
Almost all the buildings that are in La Selva today were supervised by my father.
After working for La Selva for many years himself, Fofo decided to apply what he had learned and co-founded Costa Rica's Best Chocolate.
We are really into conservation, and it's not a money thing. We are trying to do conservation through tourism. The first goal is conservation. That's the idea.
Fofo is a clear example of the positive impact research stations can have on local communities. It's a mindset embraced by researchers, technicians, and staff alike.
Yo amo mi trabajo y me encanta también conocer diferentes personas. Conozco muchos nombres de algunas plantas, de algunos tipos de anfibios. Todo lo que utilizamos acá es biodegradable. Se usa papel higiénico también biodegradable. Reciclamos lo que es el cartón, las botellas plásticas. Y gracias a este trabajo tengo mi casa propia. Saqué adelante a mi familia y he logrado muchas cosas.
La Selva operates with conservation and community in mind, while recognizing there is still a lot of work to be done.
Bueno, los proveedores que son locales, la mayoría son locales, yo les hago el pedido por teléfono y ellos vienen aquí y entregan aquí en la cocina. Hay proveedores de muchos años y son personas muy confiables, entonces ahí lo mantenemos así a ellos.
¿Qué es lo que más disfruta de su trabajo?
Todo. Amo estar aquí. Pienso que todos piensan, o la mayoría piensan igual que yo, aman lo que hacen, aman este lugar. Y por eso, bueno, en el caso mío, aparte de un trabajo, disfruto lo que hago.
For those visiting La Selva, one thing becomes clear. It's easy to lose track of time and space as you immerse yourself in its world. But once you return to everyday life, it's just as easy to forget what it all meant. So why should those of us who live so far away still care?
I would ask them if they breathe. If they breathe, they need the oxygen that is produced by the trees in the rainforest. If we don't know what's happening to the tropics, we will not know what's happening to the planet.
Fofo shares he and his team are inspired by the fable of the hummingbird, who sees a great forest fire while all other bigger animals flee in fear, but not the hummingbird. She flies back and forth to the river carrying tiny drops of water in her beak. She's trying to put out the flames. The other animals laugh and say her efforts are useless, but she simply replies, "I'm doing the best I can."
I want to be the hummingbird. I want everybody to be the hummingbird. No matter how much you can do, but every little bit counts to make it happen.